the July Revolution of 2024. Also known as the Student People's Uprising, or Quota Reform Movement, marks a watershed moment in Bangladesh's modern history. This movement stands out as the largest and most rapidly transformative mass uprising in Bangladesh over several decades. Genesis and evolution of the movement, initial spark, the Quota Reform Movement. The movement primarily began with demands for reforms to the quota system in government jobs. This long-standing demand gained renewed momentum in mid-2024 following a High Court verdict that abolished the quota system, but which faced implementation complexities. Students initiated strong protests. Notably, a platform called Bangladesh Anti-Discrimination Student Movement spearheaded this agitation. Broadening scope, what started as a demand for quota reform quickly escalated into a broader mass movement. Deep-seated public discontent against the government, a lack of democratic rights, allegations of corruption, and public aversion to the one-party rule system fueled the movement. Ordinary citizens, laborers, farmers, professionals, and people from various social strata spontaneously joined the protests. Violence and repression during the movement. The government adopted a harsh policy of repression. Security forces and ruling party loyalists attacked protesters, leading to numerous casualties. Attempts to suppress the movement included internet shutdowns, blocking social media, and imposing curfews. However, these suppressive measures only served to unite the protesters further. Significance of August 3, 2024, was a pivotal day in the July Revolution. At this time, the movement reached its peak intensity. Violence, blockades, and protests became widespread across the country. Significant clashes between protesters and law enforcement occurred in Dhaka, the capital, and various other regions. Despite strict media restrictions, news of the movement rapidly spread through social media, profoundly impacting public opinion. It was during these days that the government's downfall became inevitable. Nature and leadership of the movement. Spontaneous participation of students and the public. The most remarkable aspect of this movement was its spontaneous nature. It was not led by any single political party or leader. Instead, ordinary students and the general public were its primary driving force. While Bangladesh Anti-Discrimination Student Movement and other platforms played a coordinating role, key decisions were made democratically and quickly disseminated among the common people. Non-political character. The protesters repeatedly asserted that this was a non-political and universal movement. Their objective was to establish the rights of the country and its people, rather than to implement the agenda of any specific political party. Outcomes of the movement. Fall of the government on August 5, 2024. The long-ruling government resigned, and the Prime Minister left the country. This was an unprecedented event in Bangladesh's political history. Formation of an interim government. Following the government's collapse, an interim government was formed. This body was tasked with normalizing law and order and organizing a free and fair election. Future impact. The July Revolution has profoundly impacted Bangladesh's political landscape. It demonstrated that the united power of the people can overthrow any autocratic rule. It has sparked new hope for democracy, human rights, and good governance. Simultaneously, this revolution is expected to compel political parties to be more sensitive to the demands and fundamental rights of the people. Conclusion: the July Revolution of 2024 will be etched in Bangladesh's history as an unforgettable event. It was not merely a quota reform movement, but an explosion of long-accumulated grievances and the reflection of aspirations for a new Bangladesh. This revolution will have far-reaching effects on Bangladesh's future politics, society, and democratic processes.